Well, hello there. It's Beards and Bangers, and today you find me once again in Gaydon at the British Motor Museum. Now, you're probably thinking, why on earth has that bearded Wally gone to Gaydon again? Well, there's a few reasons. Number one, it's fairly close to my house. Bicester Heritage is closer, but today at Bicester Heritage is the Alpha get-together, and I don't know enough about Alphas to make a meaningful video. So that's why I've come to Gaydon. It's a 45-minute drive from my house. Secondly, when you buy a ticket here, so if you go over to the actual museum itself and you buy a ticket, that can become an annual pass, so you can get in as many times as you like in a 12-month period. So it's cost me nothing to get in here today. And thirdly, it's the 30th birthday of the British Motor Museum, so there's a bit of a breakfast get together, although it is 11 o'clock, so people are still turning up. So a very late, typical Sunday breakfast. So we're gonna have a wander around and see what cars we can find.
Welcome to Beards and Bangers.
So I've come in Husley. I've just noticed his 190 badge has slipped off, which is not a bad thing because they need to be put in the correct position anyway. We're gonna have a wander over here because we've got some MGs, and we've got a lot of MGs here today. So it's the 30th anniversary of the British Motor Museum. It's not an MG event. Well, I think the V8 register are here, so that's the BV8s and the MG RV8s. So first car we come to is this beautiful green MG BGT V8, and that's a stunning example. I do love the wheels on the V8, this kind of this style they've got. So they're steel wheel trims, but they're a very attractive wheel. And then we've got, so there's an RV8 here, and I think we've got several others, which is great to see so many of these in one spot. What I love about these cars, what I always really admire, is this lovely Connolly leather, cream leather inside. Very, very appealing. Just, yeah, very opulent car. A parts bin car, let's be honest about it. It was body shells and engines and bits and bobs that the MG Rover guys had in their lockups, but what a result, what a fantastic car. Another V8 there in sort of metallic silver. I suspect that's been resprayed in a Rover colour, and lovely kind of magenta-y coloured V8 here as well. So one RV8, three BGT V8s. Now, one thing I must be very careful to do is not to misidentify MGCs, because I've done that twice now in separate videos, and some of you have quite rightly told me off for it. So let's have a little wander down here. We won't tell you what every car is, because you can see what they are. We've got an assortment of I think these are all GT V8s, and we've got another RV8 here. I do like this colour. This for me is the colour for an RV8. This is a German registered car, but it is still right-hand drive. So I don't know that much about these cars. And there's a wasp just jumped onto my GoPro, so we'll let him fly off. Off you go. That's it. Nice to Harvest Gold German V8 as well. Another German car. So it's great to see three cars from Germany all lined up. This rather nice, I think this is pageant blue. Let's have a look. Tahiti blue. Got it slightly wrong. I always make a mistake. So Tahiti blue GT V8, and then one in Old English white, and again this lovely purplish colour. I'm going to have to pause for a second because my shoelaces have come undone. Yeah, this truly is a lovely colour. To see it got any clues as to what it is. Aconite or aconite. What an absolutely beautiful colour that is. I don't know if it's an original. Whether it is or not is irrelevant, because it's a beautiful looking car. More V8s. I don't think I've ever seen so many BGT V8s in one place. We've got another two RV8s in this lovely red colour, Nightfire red. So Nightfire came in, or was in, when these were about. Another beautiful Old English white example. So this is the V8 register. So there's a few of these cars left. There really is. And we've got a Toyota MR2 on the end there. And that's a nice car. That looks like Goodwood green, actually, that RV8 there. I'm pretty certain that is the same colour as Penny. Right, now we've got another B here. I think it's a B. It needs a little bit of attention, and it is for sale. It does need a fair bit of work, but it looks like something's happened to it. It's had a lot of trim and bits and bobs removed. Excuse me. More RV8, so that's nice in that blue. That's lovely. Oxford blue. That's beautiful. We've got another green one behind. Let's just see what green this is. So this is the British racing green that they used, and it's got a slight metallic quality to it. Yeah, but that works as well. So that British racing green metallic with that cream Connolly leather. Now this grey, I think, really does suit the BGTs. It's a really good colour, and it's just called grey. And this is another BGT V8. I think we're pretty much all V8s here this morning. And we know that there's a lot of MGBs and MGCs and MG BGTs, all those left, but to get this many V8s in one place is quite something. So this orange is lovely as well. I forget what colour this is, vermilion or no, blaze. This is blaze. And then this one as well. So yeah, lined up here today, we've got a lot of Buick derived engined cars, a hell of a lot. Another Harvest Gold, that's lovely. We've got another Oxford blue here. We've got a black one over here. So this is teal blue. Sorry, this isn't Oxford. This is teal blue. We've got some more here. So I haven't counted them up, but there's an awful lot of BGT V8s again today, which is really nice to see. So this is a small gathering, so we're not going to go up into the top car park because they're not using that today. So this is pretty much what's here. This RV8 looks very nice in this kind of slightly off silver. But next to it we've got another V8. We've got an MG ZTT V8. So obviously part of the V8 register. This one's got rather nice looking 11s on it. The bodywork looks good, starlight silver this one, and that's lovely to see one of these. And this isn't just a ZTT, this is a supercharged version. I recognise the registration plate on this, so it's a late registered one. So this one was obviously kicking around in a warehouse or a factory or something, or wherever it was kicking around, and was registered in late 2006. So these people will be paying a little bit more for tax than I do on mine, that's for sure. Yeah, but that's lovely. And then we've got some more. Got this lovely orange BGT V8 here, and then another 4 RV8. So there's a really good gathering of RV8s here this morning.
Well, we're here for 20 minutes, so you got to sit down where you like.
We'll try and get you in so you can see the whole lot. Oh, try and get the camera to go the right way. Yeah, so we're not normally this is full, completely full. But the V8 register got their little gathering here today, and they filled up this area, and it is really nice. But we have got some other bits and bobs as well, so it's not just the MG V8s. We've got a bit of a modern classic area here, so that's where Husley got put a little moment ago. Yeah, I think it's fair to say, even though the F-Type Jaguar is a very modern car, I do think they deserve their place here, because yeah, it's blatantly going to be a classic one day. Just look at that exhaust. Yeah, these are absolutely fantastic, and they're so attractive. And then we've got an XKR next to it, and they also are very, very attractive cars. I just think they're lovely. I want to get out in more Jaguars, because I do have a soft spot for the Jags. Got a Porsche. I get very confused with these Porsches now, because there's so many Porsches. I don't even know what this one is, and we shall move on from it. Nice Range Rover, P38, isn't it? This model, I think. That's very nice. Yeah, I do like those. Land Rover Defender, and then we've got a couple of Lotus Elises. Now these are slightly linked to our beloved MG Rovers, because a lot of them have the K-Series engine. Is yours K-Series? Both. So these are both, thank you, these are both K-Series powered cars. My ZR160 was bought for the engine. It had a very good engine, my ZR160. So the buyer of that was actually a Lotus Elise driver, and bought it because I had a good engine. I don't know what's happened to the chassis. I'd like to find out, actually. But yeah, a pair of stunning Elises in silver, absolutely lovely. Yeah, I'd like to get out in one of these at some point as well, because they're quite a hoot to drive. And then something that's sort of quite nostalgic for me is this Mark IV Escort. I think this is a Mark IV. Yeah, it will be. This is an RS Turbo. So I had an XR3i. This is the RS Turbo. Just look at the quality of this car. This has been seriously well restored. It's really nice. And then next to it, in a similar colour, we've got a Mark I Focus. It's a 3-door as well, so it's really attractive. Now these, I think, are going to be, if they're not already, they are going to be classics, because they're decent cars. They've got good, strong engines. They handle well. I drove a 1.6 automatic one of these last year, which I didn't video because it's pre-YouTube days, and it was really, really good to drive. Yeah, really good. And then over towards the museum entrance, we've got more cars still. I'll go back a bit, because we've got some others parked up, and we've got some delights, I can assure you, which you may have already seen. So we've got a TR6 in the best colour for a TR6. These sound lovely. We've got an MGB in this lovely pale blue. I forget the exact name of the colour.
Pale blue will do.
Pale blue will do. So MGB, sporting twin K&N filters, and looking absolutely pristine. A really neat car. And then next to it, an Austin Healey 100M, so C-Series engine, tuned by Healey in that lovely two-tone. So you've got some metallic blue up at the top, and you've got sort of probably an old English white type colour down below. And then next to it we've got an MG A1600, and these for me are just one of the prettiest cars ever built. I just think they're so attractive. And that again is, yeah, extremely well looked after. Whether it's been restored or just kept really well, don't know, the owner's not around, but what a beautiful, stunning example. So not at Bicester, at the Alpha get together, is this Alfa Romeo Montreal. Now this is a seriously attractive car. Yeah, I'm surprised they're obviously very loyal to Gaydon, because they've not come down to the not gone down to the show at Bicester. But yeah, isn't that just lovely? The exhaust's just kind of hanging there, but it works. What an absolutely lovely thing. Next to it we've got a Mark IV Cortina, which has obviously had a lot of work done to it, because it looks stunning, and it's a 2-door, so it's fairly rare. Only 3 of these left, so only 3 2-door Mark IV Cortinas left in the UK, and that's S. I think, is that 77, sir? 78. I was going to hope it was born in my year of birth, but it's not. It's a year later, so it's yeah, 1978. Blue, pale blue, 3-door Mark IV Cortina, and that's absolutely lovely. And we've got a Capri GT next to it. So we've seen Fords a few times at Gaydon this year with the old Ford show and the Ford Nationals, and that's very, very, very pristine. And then we've got a Beards and Bangers favourite here. We've got a Rover 75 in this colour that I can never remember, but it's certainly a connoisseur. I don't know what engine it is. I'm suspecting it's a 2.5 litre V6, but I could be wrong. But if one of you can put in the comments what colour this is, because this is a colour that I always see and then someone tells me the name and I promptly forget, so please someone put it in writing so I don't forget. But that's in very nice order, and yeah, the seats look good. You can't really see in there. Next to it we've got a Dolomite 1850 N-Reg, what's that, 75 I think. So of course this will be tax-free and MOT exempt now, and that's really nice. Have a little peep inside. No headrests on this one, but we've got our lovely wooden dash with our array of Smith's instruments. So they were pretty well kitted out. Just notice this is a non-overdrive version. I can't see an overdrive switch on the dash, so the overdrive's normally on the gear stick on these. So that's a non-overdrive, which isn't too bad on the 1850. Beautiful MGF next to it. We've got a bit of a mix of colours and sides. We've got beige leather seats, but then the rest of the trim is dash. The door cards are beige leather as well, but that looks very nice. And then we've got this vintage car next to it. It's a Rover. It's a Rover 10. Rover 10. So forerunner of our beautiful 75s and SD1s and P6s. And there's Rover 10. Now the year of this is hopefully on this board. 1935 Rover 10. So a real proper vintage car here. And that's absolutely lovely. Let's have a little, see if we can peep inside it. Yeah, so typical Rover, lots of dials, lots of wood, very comfortable looking, very inviting leather seats, loads of room in the back, and then some space at the back to put your luggage. And we've got a Freelander here, so it's not an early one, but very attractive nonetheless.
This is very early. It's the original press car.
Oh, it is. Sorry, I misread the registration. So I've just been corrected, 'cause now I've read the registration number properly. This is actually the press car. So it says it's a really early Freelander. So don't know what engine it's got in it. Could be K series, could be KV6. It's a K series. That's petrol, 1.8. The gentleman, is this your car? Yeah. So the gentleman who owns this car just nodded at me. It says a 1.8 K series. And this is a pre-production press car. So I read the registration number as 02, just as what I do when I'm videoing is I'm always looking ahead at the next couple of cars. So with this one, the owners just very kindly just helped me out. So yeah, very early. So our reg was what, 97, and this, yeah, one of the very first Freelanders. Now these are definitely classics now. I don't care what anyone says. These are classic cars. And I think these early ones came with the K series, KV6, you get a 2.5 litre petrol, and you get an L series as well. Before later on they moved on to different engine choices. TF next to it, white. Is this a limited edition? I'm not sure. You can soon tell by looking at the dash. It is. It's a limited edition, so it's one of the SAIC or Nanjing built cars, so built at Longbridge but under the Chinese ownership, using up spare parts. There's not very many of these, so they're quite rare and quite valuable. Now I've got a B here, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not an MGC, so I'm not going to get told off. MGC, of course, you've got like a bulge in the bonnet to accommodate the slightly longer engine. I don't want to get told off by anyone this time. But yeah, lovely green MGB, and then another B on the end in silver, or grey, metallic grey. Yeah, that's really quite attractive. So that's pretty much it for the older stuff, but we got some other beasts in the car park. So we've got this Rolls Royce, whatever it is, Silver Shadow, that's it, Silver Shadow 2, which is for sale, this one, by the looks of it. So that's very, you forget how big these are. I did sit in one of these, sit in a Rolls Royce, a modern Rolls Royce earlier in the year, and they're just ridiculously big. Just look at those seats. That's better than my bloody sofa at home, that. Jesus. Okay. And then a Bentley, this is a Continental R, I've got a feeling. Of course, it doesn't need to have the name on the back, but that's a beautiful car. I need to gen up on other marks, I really do. That's lovely. 2CV, and that's wonderful. And a car convertible, so that's very nice. And yeah, these are fast becoming classics as well. Yeah, and they really are attractive. Street car, that's it. It's a street car with the soft top. They really are quite attractive. And then this Vauxhall VXR, again, sort of Lotus-ish inspired. VX220, this one, sorry. And just look at the step. Look at the step in you've got to get into it. I'll just move the camera down slightly. If you're not very ambulant, these probably aren't the cars for you. But yeah, really simple. Look at that dash. Just make sure you can see it. So you've got a couple of rev counter, speedo. You've got various buttons. A very sparse dashboard. I bet these are an absolute hoot to drive. I really do. Big cat, and that's nice. Oh, look at this, didn't spot this. Rover 600, and that's gleaming. That's lovely. I don't know who this one is. TKHL. Don't know if I've seen this one before or not, but it's a booty. That really is very nice. I'm spotting a lot of cars here. This is really good. Got some Jags over there. We've got some other bits. Oh, didn't spot this. Beautiful 25 in a colour that I can't remember.
Provenance Blue.
Provenance, is that a monogram?
No.
No. So yeah, 04 plate 25, Provenance Blue. That's a colour I didn't even know existed. But that's love. That's in really good order. That is beautiful. Facelift, but yeah, that's a really nice example. I do like that colour, Provenance Blue. I need to remember that. 25 next to a Ferrari. Do you know what? I know which car I'd rather have. That one. And the gentlemen who are near the car, I think, agree with me. A Mercedes SL over here of some sort, and they're very sleek, attractive cars. And then this looks very much like an Austin ambulance to me. Press Steel Company Division Oxford, so that's part of the British Leyland Corporation. So Press Steel, I think, was bought by British Motor Corporation, and that's when it became BL, because they pretty much then owned the whole lot. This is a very iconic, very stylish car. It's a Volvo Amazon, and it's absolutely... No, have I got it wrong? P1800S. Not good on Volvos, but yeah,
that's all right.
That's beautiful. Simon Templar, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
there was a TV programme in the 70s?
The Saint.
The Saint, and he drove one of these. So a Volvo P1800S, not an Amazon's a different beast altogether.
This model would have been the model that they would have used in the second series of the Saint.
Right.
3 Volvos.
Was that right? Okay.
Yeah, the first Volvo got the Calhoun front. And our leader of the club we're in, he's actually got that car.
He's got that. Wow.
Yeah.
So the programme The Saint with Roger Moore,
Yeah.
they had 3 of these in each,
Yeah.
one in each series, and
The third one's about somewhere. It's got. It hasn't got the hockey stick. It's got more of a straight line.
okay, got you.
Which runs there.
Down the swage line, yeah.
That's about somewhere.
That's interesting.
But this one,
Yeah.
reckon it's just disappeared.
Oh,
Scrapped or whatever.
yeah, you don't
Can't
know.
find
The
it.
cars weren't as valuable to people back then, were they? So,
No.
and they were more common. But yeah, this is lovely. So Volvos, I should know more about them because, of course, my family had slightly later Volvos than this. But this is very nice. This is a very, very nice 1800S, and I thank you for talking to me about
That's
it.
all right.
Cheers.
Are we on Facebook later?
YouTube, this one, yeah. Have a look, yeah. Cheers. Next, we've got some more Swedish loveliness next door. We've got a Saab 900 Turbo, and this is gleaming. This is really nice. There we are. That familiar thing you've got to do when you park a Saab up. You've got to leave it in reverse, otherwise you can't get the keys out. And that's really nice. And that's just so. For me, this is a very evocative car of my childhood because there were, there are a fair few of these about in the sort of late 80s, early 90s. So and that's very nice. Modern BMW M5. I do like those, and I don't want to talk about them too much because I'm hoping to bring you a review of one of those fairly soon. Oh, gone skipping past some others. We've got a Vauxhall Monaro, I think. So this is a Holden car that Vauxhall of the UK decided to kind of get in on the action, and I saw one of these. One that lives fairly locally to me, and I don't think it's this one. But yeah, these are very attractive cars. They sound brilliant. I think there was a Top Gear or Fifth Gear comparison between these and the ZT 260, and I think the Monaro might have won. I'm sorry to say. Fiesta ST, these are going to explode in value soon because they stopped making them. It's criminal. We've got another B, and then a Spitfire, which just looks glorious, and then a GT6. They're just so, I don't know how well I can get the sort of profile of the car, but I saw this driving in a little while ago, and they are just so attractive. It's unreal. And then another Spitty next to it. Got this rather interesting three-wheeler here. It's a Morgan as well. I saw one of these at Cowley a little while ago. We've got kind of a bit of a lineup of assorted moderns here, which we won't go around because I think they're just literally parked up. They're not part of the show. Yeah, nice Jag, Seat, and a Merc with a BMW 400 just lurking around the corner. Another M, what's that, it's a 6 or a 4? I think it's a 420. And then it's lovely to see these cars here as well. So we've got Hyundai and a Nissan Note. So they're quite, these are becoming modern classics, that's for sure. I'm not sure if these are part of the show or what. Yeah, nice eclectic little mix. S-Type Jag there. I do like these. Want to get out in one of these at some point and do a review because they are attractive cars. Definitely a modern classic. And that brings us back to where we started. So thank you for watching. We're once again at Gaydon. I love this place. 16 quid, you get a year's access. Utterly brilliant. We've seen 3 ZTs stroke 75, so that's going to keep my viewers who like that kind of thing happy. But if you're searching for this show on YouTube and you find yourself here for the first time on my channel, then please do hit subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. There's lots of coverage like this, and we do see the same cars at a lot of the shows, so it's rather nice. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, etc, etc, etc. I will see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.